for Gemini about the rest of February. Just waiting for the chat to load on my computer so I can see what's going on. Whoa, okay. All right, we're here. The camera's a bit low. That's so annoying. Every day. It's not that bad. It's just that now you won't really be able to see. It's okay. It's not the straightest. Did I just make it worse? Better? Okay. Better. Now, it's raining here. It's not heavy rain, but it's the kind of rain that's probably going to disrupt my internet coverage. Australia, especially where I live, has a really bad internet. So I'm going to do my best. I'm planning to do Gemini, Cancer, and Leo today, at least. If I have the energy, I didn't yesterday, I'm going to try to do a fourth prediction reading. We'll see how we go. So Spirit, please tune me into Gemini's energy. Please help me offer Gemini the most clear, honest messages about the rest of February for them. This is intended for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You can watch at your own discretion. All right, Spirit, what are some key themes for Gemini? What are some key themes in the rest of February for Gemini? Okay, we'll take those. Excuse me, coffee. Alrighty, so we got 4 cards for you, Gemini. We do have a month of the year, which could be insightful. That month could mean that the rest of your February is connected to that month, but let's have a look at your main themes. We have Hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. We also have Carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. Now, okay, just slide right on. Oh my gosh, the month just disappeared. What? Am I blind? Where's the month? Oh my God, you guys, it was right in front of me. It was right in front of me, face up. And it's January. Wow. The card that was with it is Bird Flying, News is on the way. Interesting. So you've been waiting to hear about something since January. You're likely to hear about it during the rest of February in the next 17 days from when I'm filming this. That's definitely a good outcome because even if January isn't the time frame, it feels like you've been waiting so long you've almost given up. Like this person that's frozen in the ice. This news is really helpful. It gives you the chance to move forward. There's an energy of this that feels like closure. It may not be good news, but it's kind of like the closure you need in order to keep moving your life forward. It feels like you've just been stuck, waiting to hear about this, waiting to know what the next step was, waiting to hear about this information and what it could be leading to. So we're going to clarify that with tarot to figure out what it is and how you can handle that to your best advantage. In terms of the other 2 cards, it feels like you guys may be taking a physical trip somewhere during the rest of February. This could be unexpected, I'm hearing. It may be something you were hoping not to have to do, but you're going to have to do it. We'll clarify what that is too. But this card talks about a journey that is mental or physical. So you are feeling the weight of the path that you've been on, the journey that you've been on, and it's impacting your emotions or your mental well-being and your physical being. This is a theme that's rolling out. It hasn't started in February. It probably started before February. We're still experiencing it until the end of February. The only insight I can give without pulling more cards is that this is a primary feeling. It's a primary theme. It's a conscious theme. It's something we wake up feeling, and it's really making us feel restless. You kind of just want to move forward with your life is what it feels like. And then with the Hand energy, this is your opportunity to ask for help, to gain assistance and to gain guidance. For some of you, this is a professional. who you're talking to, and it's very helpful for the hand to show up. There's no shame in it, sweet soul. If you need that assistance, reach out. Ultimately, this is your saving grace. This is what helps you feel more settled, because there's energies here that have you feeling like you're up in the air. So don't be afraid to ask for help. That is your saving grace. Let's pull some tarot out. I just need to wipe my leaky eye. And we will have a look at the rest of February with tarot. Tarot can help us get a bit more specific with these themes. I want to start with the news. What is this bird flying energy about, Spirit, for my group Geminis? I'm not doing a pick a group reading. What is this bird flying energy about? Okay, Five of Pentacles, yep. We're hearing news that is about a transition, a material shift. This changes the way that we feel attached to things in the world. It changes what is important to us. It changes the structures of our lifestyle. And there is a process here of grieving. I did feel like it was going to be not the best news, but it feels, with the Five of Pentacles being upright, you welcome the news because you've been waiting to hear. It's like, finally I can move forward now. But you've got to give yourself that natural period of transitioning your emotions through, especially in this deck. The Five of Pentacles, we see somebody actually crying over what has been lost. So what else can you tell us about this news, Spirit? You guys may be changing jobs or just making significant changes to your lifestyle because of this news, and really trying to, I'm hearing get to a better place, get into a better position. So let's have a look at what the other card is, the Eight of Wands, because your news doesn't have to be a financial thing, but it impacts your finances, it impacts your lifestyle. I want to put out there that the Five of Pentacles isn't something you can't work through. It's not going to render you at your rock bottom, but it is about you honoring your feelings throughout that process. It's a strong enough emotion of change and grief for you to maybe take a day off work, or for you to just give yourself, a couple of days to come up with a plan. But it's not going to be a rock bottom moment. I just want to be very clear in that. You can get through this with the Five of Pentacles upright. I see you handling this very well. You may already have a plan in place. You may already know what you want to do. You were just waiting to hear the news. The thing is, with the Eight of Wands coming out to clarify what this news is, it's ultimately news that is going to help you move forward. My Eight of Wands is about momentum. It's about maintaining momentum, maintaining energy and enthusiasm. So even though the news isn't the best, you are going to be able to pick yourself up and continue moving forward. There could be travel because of this news. You may be seeking comfort from people who live at a distance to you, so you're traveling towards them. Or because of this news, you finally get the green light to physically travel and move on with your life, which is what you're waiting for. At the back of the deck is Justice, sweet soul. I feel like this is a good thing overall. It's for the goodness of all. There's just a couple of days there where you have to process the change. But it is a favorable outcome in that it's fair on everybody that this decision was ruled. So I hope that's been helpful at kind of painting a picture of what that news could be about. If you know what that news is, I'd be curious to know. You don't have to share, it's personal. If it's too personal, I get that. But I'd be curious to know. So let's have a look at what this journey is, because we've gotten two cards now that indicate travel for you. So Spirit, what is this Carriage card about? We have the Three of Swords, okay. It's definitely about a decision to move, and this decision comes from you thinking about your future. It's a decision that inspires a conversation. You within yourself know you need this, you need to move, and that's how it's coming through. The word is I need to move. So you guys may be physically moving homes, but you could also be considering movement in another way, but that's how it's coming through. I need to physically move. In order for you to do this, you have to have a conversation with somebody and you have to set the record straight. When the Three of Swords shows up, it's an opportunity for expansion. However, it involves us realizing that our ideas of the future don't match the other person's ideas of the future. Whether this is a conversation you're having with your boss, with your lover, with your mother, your family members, your friends, it feels like a heartbreaking conversation because it's about you being honest and recognizing how you may want different things. So it is a make or break moment in a connection because either the connection adapts with compromises and sacrifices in order to meet each other halfway, or you realize that you both want different things and you go your separate ways. So you're having some really insightful conversations for the rest of February, and that conversation is because enough is enough. You've been on a journey. It's taken its toll on you mentally, physically, emotionally. You can't do it anymore. So what are they likely to do before the end of February? What is Gemini likely to do? I've never known a Gemini afraid to speak, but let's see what's going on. Temperance reversed. You're likely to... See, the thing is, even if you're shy, even if you don't want to cause a fuss and communicate your feelings and be honest about what's going on, there's still an energetic shift that implies that you're not happy. And the people closest to you are seeing that, they're feeling that, they're recognizing with temperance reverse that you're restless, you're unsettled, you're unsatisfied. And this energy permeates. So even without conversation, your internal energy can't find resolution. You won't be able to feel comfortable in this situation. So the circumstances are becoming so uncomfortable that it's prompting you to want to do something reckless / spontaneous / sudden. It may almost be a surprise to people, but you've been feeling this way for some time. What are they going to do before the end of February, Spirit? Or are they just going to let it build? You're trying to be patient, but you're not. Temperance reversed is impatience. Before the end of February, there could be a conflict. There could be a conversation that turns into a bit of an argument. The Five of Swords. See, when a Five of Swords comes out for me, I'm pretty chill. It's a situation that I usually end up walking away from. I don't get into a heated argument about it. I just recognize that this person's never going to see things the way I see them, and I walk away 9 times out of 10. But if you're on the other spectrum where this is a chance for you to really let everything out, right, and let this person know how you feel, then it could get quite heated. Ultimately, it ends in you recognizing differences rather than similarities and agreeing to disagree by walking away. You will have to choose what is best for you in spite of what is best for others. So this can look selfish in the eyes of others, but it doesn't happen out of nowhere. We know you started with the Three of Swords, Gemini. You didn't just wake up one morning and choose violence. Like, you've been going through it. So before the end of February, you're likely to feel impatient about this energy and this unresolved feeling within you. And you're likely to distance yourself from whoever is making you feel this way or whoever is making your life more difficult, because people around you should know that you've been going through it, or should know that you've been feeling under pressure or just not having the best time. So anyone who doesn't treat you appropriately, this always happens to me. This is why sometimes I like to film from 10, because I have an alarm that goes off at 10 and I always forget to turn it off. So my apologies. But anyway, that's what I'm seeing with that. You need to protect your future. Don't just try to make somebody else happy. It's giving unsatisfied mother-in-law with the Empress energy, like a feminine energy who just wants you to do things their way, who has really strong opinions or just a really strong presence. Yeah, it's suffocating. It does feel like a lot. So just, that's what I'm seeing. Is there any advice, Spirit, How much time do we have? Oh, we've only been doing this for 14 minutes. That's not bad. What's the advice here, Spirit? Wow. Recognize that things aren't going to change unless you change them. Being stuck in your head is not helpful. It's creating circles of anxiety and intrusive thinking. Ultimately, if you don't change soon, the tower's coming down, sweet souls. There's going to be no choice but to start again, sifting through the rubble of this situation. The tower's coming down. And that was your bottom deck energy, the Two of Wands reversed. Your advice is to see that there is only one solution. You don't have multiple options. There's only one solution in terms of there's only one true choice that you can make that is in your best interest. It may not be something you're completely ready for. With the Five of Pentacles, this could feel like you're having to make some sort of financial sacrifice. It could feel like you're being called to do something with very little savings or very little income, but it's going to happen whether you choose to do it or not. You can either do it early and be more in control, or you can wait and have a lot more to deal with. When the tower comes down, it impacts your whole life, all your relationships, all your attachments, because the cracks are extensive. So you thinking about when and what and why and getting into your head about it is not helping. That's your advice, sweet soul. Pay attention to what you already know. You already have all the information you need to make a difference here. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. So let's have a look at this hand. I wanted to start on finish on a positive note. We want to talk about the challenges first so that we can find the solutions by the end. What is this hand energy about, Spirit? In need of help, assistance, or guidance? Justice. Okay. Definitely could be a professional giving you advice. This card is just haunting your reading. It came out as your bottom deck energy. So the first card that came out was Justice. Justice is here to say that this is the kind of help and guidance that you're getting is solicited. It's advice that you want. It's advice you may seek. But ultimately, whoever's giving you this help is somebody who you want help from. And they're very good at what they do. They're fair, they're objective, they listen, and what they say is informed and professional. So it could be a professional person offering you this advice, but ultimately it's the kind of advice that you needed to hear. It's validating and it helps you have a plan. This is the kind of advice that puts everything in its place and makes you feel like you see the full picture instead of feeling too anxiously attached to one aspect of the story. This advice is something you're going to have to look for. It's not going to find you in those moments of the Nine of Swords where you're alone, just ruminating in the dead of night. You have to go out there and ask for this advice. With the Nine of Wands, you have to realize what your problems are, and you have to realize what kind of solutions you're seeking. It kind of reminds me of how when you engage with a therapist, you have to have some sort of idea of why you're there so that this professional can help you, right? Similar thing, even if this is an accountant or somebody else, we have to know why we're there, and then they can use that to help us. But we have to kind of meet them halfway with our honesty and with our willingness to address the real problems. This Nine of Wands is very promising. It highlights the fact that your challenges have real practical solutions, and with the right help, there's nothing you can't overcome. It may take a lot of effort, but you've got this, Gemini. The Nine of Wands indicates there are solutions, and these may be out of the box or creative solutions that you just couldn't see or couldn't fully grasp. So this person's going to help you be able to do that. Now, I want to be very clear in saying, if this isn't a professional, it could be just somebody that you very well trust, that you feel has that professional tone, that professional way of handling those important conversations, who's really good at mediating or just giving guidance in an objective way. It could be a friend or a partner who has that level-headed approach to things, but this person is able to communicate advice without feeling like they're in it with you. It's not emotional communication, it's logical, it's objective, it's solutions focused. So with that Five of Pentacles at the back of the deck, the overall reason why this is important for you is because it's giving you the change that you need. It's helping you transition through those changes. It's making it easier because this isn't easy for you. So you kind of need all the help that you can get in that respect. It's what helps it feel smoother is the best way that I can describe it. I hope that that makes sense. To close your reading, I'm just going to take a quick look at your love life. What does a Gemini's love life look like for the rest of February? Oops. What does Gemini's love life look like for the rest of February, please, Spirit? Okay. We have the Star card reversed. Whoa. We have the this is the Four of Cups upright. What is Gemini? What can Gemini expect? We have the Three of Wands reversed and we have the Knight of Swords at the back of your deck. Okay, so looking at your cards, I can see with the Knight of Swords at the back of the deck that the overall theme in your love life is quick reactions. You guys seem to be ready to just let this be the easier part of your love life. You're not taking any bullshit, sorry for saying that word on YouTube. You're not putting up with anything that's challenging here. Like, you're being very straight to the point with your communication. You're being straight to the point with your actions, quick to react, quick to communicate. You don't want to mess around. So if anybody is leaving you in a weird place, you're not going to dwell on it. We're just gonna like address it and move forward type of thing. If you're in a relationship already, Gemini, I feel like you're being quite cutthroat with your partner. You're under pressure. You're not your best for the rest of February, and your relationship is taking that on board. You want your partner or your love interest to really step up and to fill in the deficits. You want them to be a guiding light, an inspiration, or at least someone who can give you good vibes with this Star card reversed. You don't want more negativity. So if anyone isn't able to do that, you're going to distance yourself from them. If you're a single Pringle Gemini, I do feel like you're thinking a lot about someone from your past, or just how they impacted you, how you impacted them. You're considering whether that had anything to do with the predicament that you're in now. And you're also feeling a little bored. You're feeling like your love life has hit a plateau. You're feeling like you should do something to kind of create change, but you're not comfortable doing it while everything else is happening. You guys may be using your love life as a distraction and talking to multiple different people, but I do think that your love life is like your outlet. It's, unless you have a secure relationship, it's a chance for you to distract yourself from everything else that's going on in your life. And if you do have a strong relationship, you're testing those strengths until the end of February. You're relying on your relationship to build your optimism, build your sense of emotional stability, and you're also relying on your partner to help you see ahead and to help you come up with a plan for the future. When it comes to love, it's hard to think optimistically. There's a lot that's still up in the air when it comes to your future in general. You're very stuck on this issue in your present that also has you reflecting on your past. So the future just feels overwhelming. You can't help but feel like you're not quite getting the most out of your love life. But when it comes to making changes, you don't feel ready yet. You don't feel like you can do anything too big. So you're just doing your best to react to what is in front of you and to make sure that it's not creating more challenges. that's really what I'm seeing for you, Gemini. I hope that was helpful. I hope that was informative. You've got a big couple of weeks ahead of you. I would encourage you to maybe look at your other signs. If this is your sun sign, have a look at your moon sign or your rising sign for more hints on what lies ahead and how you're going to react to it. Ultimately, I wish you all the best moving forward. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Until our paths cross again, I wish you peace, prosperity, abundance, happiness, health, wealth, success, and joy on your journey ahead. Goodbye for now.